We all know that Stephen Curry has faced an abundance of NBA stars throughout his career. But today, we're going to check out some of the times he made some of those stars look absolutely silly. Our first example is against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Here, Curry takes the screen from Draymond, then makes this crazy hook pass behind him when two defenders commit to him. When Nurkic gets back to Draymond sets a screen on Curry's defender, Lillard, and all Lillard can do is watch as Curry takes a deep three and nails it right on his head. Steph Curry lets the crowd know about it as well. Here, in another play, we have Curry up top with Draymond coming to set a high screen for him, right here. And even though it doesn't look like it here, Nikola Jokic out here is actually guarding Draymond Green. But when Curry goes the other way, Nikola Jokic doesn't really care about Draymond up top here for the three because he's not a three-point shooter. And Curry doesn't really care either because he has Jokic on him now. And so he does a nifty spin move, and all Jokic can do is put his hands up as Curry finishes the tough layup to put the Warriors up 1. So here, this is a matchup in the Western Conference Finals of last year, and Luka Doncic is actually down here guarding Kevon Looney, but he'll come up and eventually end up being in actually the thick of the play. But now, refocusing on Steph, here Wiggins is going to set this high screen for him, but he actually ends up rejecting it and going the other way. Now he has a defender, Bullock, right behind him. And you can see Brunson is kind of worried about Steph, but he also has to worry about Jordan Poole as a shooter in the corner. So he kind of ignores Steph and lets Doncic here rotate around and deal with him. Now Steph, as quick as he is, he drives. And you can see him getting ready to jump. Luka's also getting ready to jump with him because, Steph doesn't really posterize people. But what Steph ends up doing is he fakes going straight up, and then with very crafty niftiness, he goes around Luka and bounces this in off the backboard and gets the N1 because Luka was, fouling him. He beats his chest, celebrates, and he lets the crowd know.
So originally, Eric Gordon was guarding Stephen Curry, but when Clay screens him, he lets Curry work on Harden alone.
Yeah, and you can see Eric Gordon here. He's going to come over and try and help Harden, but, Curry ends up on Harden alone when Clay and Looney kind of clear out. And then here, Curry, you can see he's being hounded by Harden. He does a nice little crossover, and then with a misdirection, he goes behind the back, and then with all this room you can see he's created, he just shoots straight over Harden, and with that quick release, Harden barely has time to put a hand up. And so you can see now that Curry is already running back, and the ball is still midair, somewhere here, I think, and he's already running back because he knows it's just going in. He's had that kind of game. And when it does go in, the entire Oracle Arena erupts, and Curry does this kind of shimmy, and you can see back here that this kid is in awe, amazed at how Steph Curry has been just amazing him all game. And then I think down here is a Warriors trainer, and he has this smug little smile like he's seen Steph Curry do this every single day, because he probably has.
Here, in the NBA Finals against Jason Tatum and the Celtics, the Warriors are feeling good about themselves.
And Jordan Poole is going to take this long three over Robert Williams, who's giving him so much space. This three is faded to miss, and you would think that Jason Tatum here and or Robert Williams here would have an easy rebound. But no, since Marcus Smart does not box out Stephen Curry, Steph Curry gets this running start here, And Jason Tatum is just standing around waiting for the rebound to fall to him. But it takes this nice little bounce right to Stephen Curry. And here you could see that Steph is going to end up facing away from the basket and turns and uses this nice little spin move. And Jason Tatum can do nothing about it. Jaylen Brown is too far away. And Marcus Smart has just given up. And this makes the entire Celtics team look silly, as Curry gets an easy layup off a nice spin move.
Here, Steph is driving right as LeBron is trying to clamp him up.
And then when Steph is on the baseline, he kind of uses this fake and turns the other way up top. Then he turns around back again. Then he does this quick little shot fake and gets LeBron jumping. By now, he's by LeBron. And so he goes left and switching hands midair. He does this swooping, nice little layup over Kevin Love and LeBron James. And LeBron trying to track this down is no use because Steph knows how to work around anybody in the league. And here, Steph is yelling, "Come on, come on," because he's just gotten by one of the best defenders in that game. Here, Steph Curry is going to humiliate one last player, and for this one we have Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. But first, Dante DiVincenzo here has the ball and he's going to drive left, but he sort of gets caught up in midair and throws this pass to Kevon Looney to avoid traveling. And you can actually see that was a good pass because Kevon Looney's defender is all the way down here in the middle of the paint. And so if Kevon Looney just sets this little screen for Steph Curry on the side of Ja Morant, Steph Curry in theory should have a wide open three. But what ends up happening is Ja Morant actually throws himself around Kevon Looney and jumps straight into Steph Curry. But Kevon Looney's original defender, Brandon Clark, is actually also trying to contest Steph Curry. So what ends up happening is here both of them are contesting Steph, and Ja Morant ends up hitting his own teammate and then falling on Steph Curry. So then Steph Curry hits the three and gets an and one on that. Here from this angle you can see the screen by Looney, and then this was actually a bit of an injury scare because Ja Morant ends up right here falling on Steph Curry as he's contesting because Brandon Clark fell on him. But everything ends up to be okay. Steph Curry hits the free throw and just makes Ja Morant look ridiculous.